What's up, YouTube? I want to get this video off before I go to sleep. Got a PM a while ago, um, and it was a question asking me how I felt about other women, especially black women, doing that whole pussy power sort of discussion, on how to take command of your pussy and, kind of use it as a tool to get what you want out of men and, or, helping you get that sort of commitment that you're looking for. Um, it's bad advice. That's all I have to say. Um, I compare that whole pussy power, vagina power to Freddy Krueger. If you look at Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger was only as strong as your fear of him. Right? It's as simple as that. So by himself he wasn't strong, but if you feared him, he was strong. Right? Fear makes him stronger. Um, I remember as a kid, I loved Ghostbusters. That's my favorite cartoon. And the scariest episode was when they had to get the boogeyman. And it was crazy because the boogeyman wasn't a ghost like that, so they couldn't really use their proton packs on him. Um, and Egon was afraid of him, right? Um, and there was one scene where I don't know if he was sleeping or whatever, and he was like Egon, and Egon was the nerdy white guy. Egon, I smell your fear, right? And I'm like, oh shit, right? That got me as a kid. Um, and even in, the whole Nightmare on Elm Street, I never really watched the movies like that, but, I kind of got the gist of how they went. When you stopped him at the end of the movie, it's when you stopped being afraid of him, right? And that's when he got weaker. Literally, that's how he got weaker. And in the next movie, what would happen? Somebody would have some nightmare. The parents always wanted to keep his name out of people's mouths, but then somehow it would start, trickling in here and there, and he would, slowly get power, then he would come full throttle, the same shit over and over. Um, and kind of that's how I view the whole pussy power thing. It's based off of a man's ignorance. So the more ignorant you are about sexuality and, a woman's vagina, the stronger their power is. It's as simple as that. Um, Men are ignorant in two ways. A, they believe that having access to a woman sexually, right, will alleviate all of the negatives, right? So whether it's virgin pussy or just pussy they haven't had before, the fact that they're getting some regularly will offset all of her negative attributes. Talk to any middle-aged man who's divorced, and they'll tell you that the number one thing they'll tell you is that no pussy is worth it. It doesn't matter how good it is or how it once was. It's never going to be like the first couple of times, right? And yeah, the first couple of times, it was enough for you to overlook her bullshit. But after some time, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. It's not enough. It's not going to save you, right? Um, how many beautiful women are divorced? How many ex-wives are running around and they're still hot as hell, right? Why are they divorced if they're so hot? If their shit is so on point, well, eventually it wasn't enough to keep that man around. But a lot of men who are ignorant think that it is, therefore giving women that sort of pseudo power, right? Power that they don't control. Um, the second part in the flaw is that you'll have women who will go as far as to use their vagina or pussy to get a man to give them some sort of commitment, right? Maybe it's some marriage or whatnot. I've seen chicks that have tried to do the whole, I'm going to give him some here and there, but until he makes some sort of formal commitment to me, I'm going to always be shady with how I hash out my pussy, how I hash out my vagina. Um, and a lot of men take that as, oh, well, if I marry her or if I give her the commitment that she's looking for, now I have access to it 24/7. Now I'm no longer a part-time employee. I'm full-time. And I have 24-hour access, and it's a lie. You never have complete control, right? Just because you're married to her doesn't mean that you can come home and have her whenever you feel like it. You can still be charged with rape as a husband, right? She can still tell you no. If you have a heated argument and she's pissed off, excuse me, she's pissed off and you're pissed off, um, can you later say, I know we're mad at each other, but you have to give me some? No, she's going to say, fuck you. It's as simple as that, right? Or if she's having a bad day, or if it's that time of the month, or, if she has shit to do, she has shit to do. It's not going to stop you from being horny, but you never really have that sort of 24-hour, 24/7 access that you think you're going to have, right? She can still use it to get what she wants, right? Honey, I don't know if we have enough, money to get the fridge, or I don't know if I want to. There's nothing wrong with the car we have now. And then all of a sudden she's being very shady with, hooking you up, and, she's not giving it to you the way you feel like you need to be, that you need to have it. You never really have it like that, right? You never really have total control. Not in the same way that a woman has access to you, to your financial stability. Think about it. If you're in London and your wife is in America, do you have access to her sexuality? Do you have access to her pussy? No. But does she have access to your money? Yeah. If you divorce her, she still has access to your money. If you get into an argument and she kicks you out of the house that you paid for, she still has access to your money, right? So she has 24-hour, 24/7 access to your financial stability, but you will never have it for her pussy. And her pussy will never compensate for any sort of character flaws. It's just not. Um, Whether or not it's, virgin pussy, it doesn't matter. Eventually you're going to have it, and eventually it's going to become, not so new, right? So yeah, it's cool that, you're the only man to ever have slept with her, but it's still not going to be enough to cover up if she's a bad person, or not even that, but if she's naive, or, if she's too pessimistic, or, if she's too trusting, it's not going to cover up for shit that may ruin your marriage. And with that being said, it's never going to be with you 24/7. Right? You still have to get the okay, because you can still be charged with rape. And I'm not saying that that would ever happen, but I'm saying that, it's not yours for the taking. In the same way that you can turn on your PS3 and play NBA 2K11. It's just not like that for you. You still have to figure out what's really good. Right? You still have to ask for permission, indirectly or directly. So anyway, like I said, I don't buy that whole pussy power bullshit. It's not power that the women hold. It's a pseudo power. It's more so to do with a man's ignorance. So that's my vid. Y'all take it easy. God bless.